Hi, this is Kathy from Craft with Kathy. Thanks for joining me today. Today's project is going to use two different wooden pumpkin cutouts that I've already painted with acrylic paint and sanded and waxed. The first one was with the orange acrylic and the second one was the orange acrylic with some cream applied afterwards for a little bit of shading. I'm going to use a few different transfers to enhance these little shelf sitters. Let me get my chalk paste out here. I want to make sure they're the proper consistency before I begin. If they're thick, I'm going to add a little bit of distilled water to them. Oh, the green looks perfect. This is my parakeet. Oops, cleaned off. This is my almond, which looks like it's a little thick. Let me spritz it with a little distilled water and stir it up. I love these little stir sticks from Chalk Couture. They're just the right thing to get in there and stir your paste up. We also have a multi-tool that's really good at getting around the neck of a jar, a little bit better than this tool does. And it's also like a squeegee on the other end, so it's great for getting into tight places on a transfer. We add a little bit more distilled water to that, thin it down a little bit more. You ready for Halloween? Do you dress up when you answer the door? I used to, and actually had a witch costume that I had worn to the office one year. Actually, we all dressed up. My office manager was a cat, and my assistant was a cat, and they were pretty cute outfits. I was a witch. And interestingly enough, it was the first day of my basic programming class that I was teaching. So my students were in for an interesting day and a little bit of surprise when they walked in and found me in full costume, green face, black hat, black dress, and long green fingernails. But they actually enjoyed it. We all had a good time. This is my grape chalk paste. This looks like it's pretty nice consistency also. And stir that up a bit. And then, I don't know if I'm going to use the buttermilk or not. I think I won't. I think I'll pass on that. Okay, let me clean my area up a little bit. I put ribbon around the neck of the pumpkin stems. I know I should have painted the stems green. I didn't realize it didn't have any green acrylic paint. So I thought I'd either put leaves on them or maybe some decorative ribbon. And I'm not quite sure if I like the bow the best or if I like these kind of impromptu little leaves actually the best. One of the transfers that I'm going to be using is my well-loved Flying Lessons. I just love this transfer. It's just so cute and it fits perfectly for the season. And the other one is another Halloween transfer. Oops, I'm starting to stick already. I've got these pulled off their backers because I used them a little bit ago and just washed and dried them. And then this Let's Get Wicked Mini. So I'm going to start with the Flying Lessons, And I'm just going to chalk actually the moon and the witch, and I wanted to have kind of a look of kind of almost like an ombre look, I guess, to it. Let me fuzz this real quick, put a little bit of lint on the adhesive side of the transfer before I use it so it doesn't stick quite as strongly to my surface. When I'm done using the transfer, I'll clean it and remove the lint with a Clorox wipe so that I renew the adhesive of the transfer. So I think I want this kind of close to the bottom because I want to put the Let's Get Wicked on there. And I know I probably shouldn't have the ribbon on, but wanted to make sure it looked okay. And instead of taking it off, ta-da, what the heck, I could chalk around it. Okay, so I want to make sure that I don't have an air bubble here, and I actually just saw one. I didn't lay that quite flat. So there we go. Oops, let me move up so you can see. I've just felt around with my fingers, make sure there's no air bubbles. And I want to use a mix of my grape and my almond because I want it to look almost like a twilight kind of a moon. I don't know, we'll see how this looks. Haven't tried this before, so it'll be interesting. I'm going to smear this up. I want to make sure that I do not get any grape on my spatula. Oops, didn't mean to drop that much down there. Before I return it to the jar. I'm going to smear this around a little bit. I don't want it fully mixed together because I do want areas to be dark, but I want areas to also be kind of light. I want it to look kind of a little spooky. And I just want to cover the moon. I don't want to get any wording or anything else. And I think this looks good. I'm going to scrape off the excess. I cannot return it to the jar because it's mixed. I would contaminate my paste. So I'm just actually cleaning off my squeegee on my mat. Okay, take a look. I think I like that. I want a little bit more dark over on this edge though. There we go. Looks kind of interesting. I think the witch will be a little bit more defined as it dries. If it doesn't look quite right, I'll just lay the transfer over and add some more grape. So I'm going to put this on the side. Okay, and then I want to use my Let's Get Wicked and just put the wording in the grape. And I don't want to cover, I don't want to actually, my chalk is still wet here, so I want to be careful not to smear it. I should have probably waited a little bit. I think that'll be fine. Now I've got chalk underneath my fingernails. How lovely is this? Okay. Need a clean squeegee. And I just need a little bit of the grape here. See how fast this goes on. I want to remove any lines and any excess chalk paste here. And then with my transfer. Ooh, let's get wicked. I really don't know if I want to go back over that or not. I'm going to set it aside and decide when it dries a little bit more. See if maybe that should just be a purple moon. Okay, and on this pumpkin, sorry, oops, I just got a little chalk paste on it, dang. Let me quickly remove that with a little spritz of water and a paper towel. Okay, on this one, I'm going to put some wording from this other transfer. Let me quickly fuzz it. Okay, I want to use the words, I want to get Halloween on here. I think I can get all of that in there. And my trick or treat. And then October 31st, and actually I'm losing my haunted house. Let's see what we could do here to get that haunted houses in there. My little thing at the neck might be, well, maybe we'll leave off the Halloween and just do the trick or treat. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to use an ombre technique here with my grape, my almond, and my parakeet. Oops. Get a little bit more up here. And I'll make sure the house in the 31 is in green. In the spider. Where the colors match, we'll do a little bit of blurring of the colors. So the top of my color, my trick or treat, is going to be in the grape. Get that little bat. And then we're going to gradually I missed a little bit and went off the transfer. So I'm going to use a damp paper towel to clean up a little bit here. Not as easy on wood as on our chalkboards, but if I get it right away before it dries, I think I could remove all. Okay, I really didn't like how that looked. So I'm going to go back over my moon with the grape and darken it. I've just cleaned the transfer, reapplied it, and I'm going to reapply some additional paste. I don't think I had a good enough definition of the witch's silhouette using the ombre technique. Nice idea, but I don't think it really worked on the orange pumpkin background. I have done this with an ombre on a black chalkboard and actually on a black canvas, and I like the way it looked. But on the orange, it just really seems to fade away. So I'm just going over my moon again. I remove my excess paste, put it back in the jar, remove any lines that I might have here. And see what it looks like. I think that's better. And actually it has an interesting distressed look where I kind of missed it. It's a little bit of mottled, but I think that's fine. Okay. Quick and easy Halloween project. What do you think? Have a safe Halloween. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful life.